Hello, everyone. Ali Mehdaoui here, and welcome to What's New with ME. We have some heavy hitter stories today. Politics, geopolitics, sports, and even a Netflix twist. Strap in. Let's do a quick run through so you have an idea what we got for you. First, Donald Trump and his sit down with 60 Minutes. The full details, the edits, the social media inferno. Next, the decades long saga of Western Sahara, how Morocco just scored a major UN diplomatic win, and where the US, especially Donald Trump, fits in. Third, the Los Angeles Dodgers doing the back-to-back thing. World Series, it's big time. And then how sports and culture collide and social virality and what it actually means for you, for me, and for our feed. And finally, a little Netflix pick, House of Dynamite. Fiction, hidden messages, we'll dig in. Let's start with story one, Donald Trump and the 60-minute interview. Trump sits down with 60 Minutes at Mar-a-Lago. Big setup. What you saw on TV was one version. What you didn't see, another version. And then what you can read, the full transcript. Crazy, right? So here are the facts. The televised version is about 28 minutes. There is a 43-minute edit. Then there is a 73-minute extended cut. And yet, despite full label elements remain missing. For example, Trump references a 16 million settlement with Paramount Global CBS over a previous 60 minutes editing dispute. That exchange didn't air. The transcript shows Trump approved some edits himself. You don't have to put this on. I don't want to embarrass you, he says. You mean we didn't get the you embarrass you version? Come on. We bought popcorn. We expected the outtakes. But seriously, what this reveals is the power of editing, the power of narrative, the version you see versus the version that you get to see. Social media exploded. Memes about how Trump looked, how he delivered, how the editing itself became part of the story. And yes, regardless to your politics, there's something to be said for transparency. When you hear the full interview but still see missing pieces, we owe ourselves the question, who controls the narrative? Who decides what you don't see? Okay, so what does that matter in here for you and me? The optics, appearance, body language, moment by moment, the editing or the missing pieces, what was left out and why, the social media ripple, clips, memes, hours later that are trending. Let's keep that in mind as we move on to our second story. Story two, Western Sahara plus Morocco plus US and Trump. This one is deep. We're going back 50 plus years. We're talking colonial exit, guerrilla war, UN resolution, diplomacy, shifting alliances, and yes, Trump's fingerprints. So here's the timeline. In 1975, Spain exited what was then Spanish Sahara, enters Morocco's Green March and annexation. The Polisario Front declares the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic and begins fighting Morocco. 1991, the United Nations established MINURSO, United Nations Mission for the Referendum in Western Sahara via UN Resolution 690 to monitor ceasefire and organize a referendum between independence versus integration under Morocco. 2007, Morocco puts forth its autonomy plan, local self-rule, but under Moroccan sovereignty. This becomes its main diplomatic offer. Fast forward to 2020, the US under Donald Trump formally recognizes Morocco's sovereignty over Western Sahara and endorses the autonomy plan as the only feasible solution. This is a milestone. Now, in late October 2025, the UN Security Council adopts a Resolution 2797, which renews MINURSO's mandate and for the first time frames Morocco's autonomy plan as the reference point for talks. Imagine decades long saga of war and diplomacy, then someone hits refresh and says, okay, folks, maybe let's just talk autonomy instead of just war. Kind of like realizing halfway through your Netflix binge, you forgot the popcorn. But here's the humane side. For the Sahrawi people, decades of displacements, camps, hope, uncertainty, this resolution is historic, but it also raises big questions about self-determinations versus sovereignty. Here's what the autonomy plan says. Local legislative, executive, and judicial authority elected by residents. Morocco retains defense, foreign affairs, and religious matters. Why it matters? It shifts the framing at the UN from referendum for independence to autonomy under Morocco. That's big change. US leadership, thanks to Donald Trump. He created the ripple. The UK publicly welcomes this resolution and explicitly thanks US leadership for leading it. The conflict isn't over. The Polisario Front still insists on a referendum with independence, but Morocco's position strengthened. For global watchers, it's a case study in how big power recognition plus diplomatic momentum can turn what looked like a stalemate into something new. So, the takeaway? Decades of back and forth, then a pivot. Makes you think in international relations, sometimes the narrative matters as much as the battlefield. All right, let's shift from geopolitics to a ball game. Yes, a big one. Story 3, Dodgers back-to-back World Series. Sport time, folks. The Los Angeles Dodgers did the thing. Second straight World Series title. And how? Well, here are the facts. Game 7 versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Dodgers win 5-4 in 11 innings. Key moments. Miguel Rojas hits a tying homer in the ninth. First player, by the way, to ever tie a Game 7 in the ninth for a World Series win. Will Smith hit the game-winning homer in the 11th ninth. First extra inning homer in a winning take-all World Series Game 7. Yoshinobu Yamamoto named Series MVP after a stellar performance. Dodgers become MLB's first back-to-back champ since the Yankees' late 1990s 2000 run. So, if you were rooting for the Blue Jays and you were 2 outs from glory in Game 7, my condolences. And to the LA, same jerseys, same drive, same results. It's a sequel movie nobody asked for. Back-to-back, the return of the Dodgers. But the franchise delivered. For the fans, triumph, heartbreak, history. The Blue Jays fought hard. The Dodgers pulled through under pressure. It's a reminder, greatness is as much about clutch moments as it is about talent. Or that Kendrick Lamar's diss is spilling over the sports arenas. The spell is still on you, Drake. I guess they not like us. They not like us. We'll be playing all the way in the parade. And for you, for me, if you're building something, business, show, team, it's not enough to get it once. The repeat proves you're legit. And now, how does it tie it all together? Social media, virality, and narrative. Because the stories, Trump TV, Morocco diplomacy, Dodger sports, they all have one thing in common. They're about what the world sees, what the world shares, and what the world remembers. Story 4, the social media threat. Let's pull the lens back, shall we? In the Trump interview, memes about his sweat, his posture, clips out of context, editing under scrutiny, his team dropped snippets to shape perception. In Western Sahara, narrative shift amplified by diplomatic press releases, hashtags from Moroccan supporters like hashtag Sahara is Morocco versus Sahrawi activists, hashtag Free Sahrawi. Social platforms became echo chambers for legitimacy claims. In a Dodgers win, a single Instagram reel of Yamamoto hashtags back-to-back Dodgers athletes post instant global reaction. Even non-baseball fans shared it. So what's the pattern here? Visual plus emotion plus share worthiness equals amplified messages. Sometimes a 5-second clip does more for your brand than a 50-minute deep dive. So yeah, as much as I love journalism, I love a good viral moment. Here's what we should remember. Behind every viral moment, there are many untold stories, many sideline voices. The feed may show the homer, the selfie, the headline, but there's always more. And as creators, as storytellers, we have a responsibility to dig, to contextualize. Story 5, A House of Dynamite. Last but not least, pop culture meets geopolitics. Let me take a lean back for this one. The film A House of Dynamite, directed by Catherine Bigelow, starring Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson, is ridiculously crazy nuclear crisis thriller. Netflix got it. Audiences binged it. Here's the rub. Fiction? Yes, but loaded with subtext about real-world nuclear vulnerability, missile defense, and global anxiety. Reaction? Pentagon and missile defense officials sharply critiqued its realism. Lawmakers used it as leeway to discuss the fragility of the deterrence program. In short, it's entertainment with a side of existential threat. Bigelow says in a press that the film is grounded in experts' consultations. So when you watch it and you're thinking, wow, this would never happen, take a breath. Because somewhere in a boardroom, someone probably asked, what if this could happen? And for us, it reminds us that our entertainment reflects our fears, our pandemic era worries, our nuclear worries, our climate worries. The screen holds up a mirror, and sometimes it shows the cracks in the glass. All right, let's wrap this up. Narrative control matters. What you see in the Trump interview is only part of what was said. Diplomatic pivot counts. Morocco's win in the United Nations did not come overnight. But when the moment aligned, game changed. So stay ready. Repeats matter. The Dodgers didn't just come to win once. They proved they can win again and again under pressure. Social moments amplify everything. Whether it's politics, sports, cinema, the clip, the meme, the posts become the headlines. And finally, pop culture isn't just escape. It's reflection. A House of Dynamite isn't just a movie, it's a question. So here's what I want from you. Share this episode. Tag your friends. Drop your favorite moment on social and use hashtag What's New with me. And tell me, which one of these stories will you remember next week? The interview? The diplomacy? The game? The film? Because in a world where the scroll never stops, making one moment stick is a mega win. Thanks for watching. I'm Ali Mehdaoui on What's New with ME. I'll see you next time when we'll dig into what's coming in your scroll. Until then, stay curious, stay sharp, and yeah, stay shareable.
In a world of digital noise, your brand deserves a command center. Welcome to ME Studios, where your vision doesn't just get captured, it gets amplified. This isn't just another production space. This is your complete media powerhouse. Our multi-unit facility in New Jersey is engineered for brands that refuse to be overlooked. We transform your voice into professional podcasts streaming on Spotify, Amazon Music, and beyond. Your stories become headlines across 300-plus media outlets, including Fox, ABC. Behind every viral moment is strategy. Our content creation and SEO campaigns don't just chase trends, they create them. From concept to distribution, we build the digital presence others envy. Your brand, your voice, your time to dominate. Visit the mestudios.net and turn potential into impact.